Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Lady of Huntington. I'm just going to do some baking at the moment. I'm going to give you a guess. Okay, you can see a can of lemonade. So what do you think I might be making? Any takers? Well, I'm going to be making lemonade scones. So quick and simple recipe I thought I would share with you all. So let me get on with it and we'll get started, and let me turn you around. Okay, so let's get started. What I've got to do now, I don't normally sift, as you would know if you've been watching any of my previous videos, but with scones I'm going to. I'm actually using the All Recipes recipe for lemonade scones. So we need 325 grams of self-raising flour, 2/3 of a cup of cold lemonade, and 2/3 of a cup of thickened cream. Three basic ingredients to use to make this recipe, rather. I'm not getting my words out today. So I've actually measured out our flour and our baking powder because I use plain flour. So I'm going to sift those into our bowl. Simple as that. But of course, my hand... Never mind, let's get this going. We don't want to get it everywhere. So sift that in there and get rid of those couple of little lumps. And that's done. So now we need to add, let me get rid of my scales. We need to add in our cream. Does anyone else open things with their teeth? No, probably shouldn't. But it's easier for me because my silly hands and fingers don't like to work. Anyhow, so we need 2/3 of a cup of both lemonade and thickened cream. So I have my 1/3 cup here. You put the lemonade in first because I think that's going to be easier to get the cream out rather than doing it the opposite way. And just add this one. I have made these before and they've turned out perfectly fine in the past. What am I doing? I was going to pour the cream into the lemonade. That wouldn't have gone down too well now, would it? So 1/3 of a cup of cream, 2/3 of a cup of cream, and that's all of our ingredients. So all we need to do now is bring that together. And as you know, with scones, you don't overmix anything, otherwise you end up with dramas, and we don't want our scones to be tough. And of course my puppy is going to decide she's going to, who's that one? Lollipop, to scratch in the bowl. I seem to do it every time I get on to film. And not only that, I don't know if you guys have problems if you're actually using your phones to actually tape. I started doing this and my youngest daughter decided to call. Now, of course, people don't know that we're in the middle of filming when we get on, but yeah, I always seem to get interrupted with a phone call. So I might have to start disabling calls or something when I'm using my phone to film with. I have got my camera set up here also. I like to use just a knife to bring that together because I think that's the easiest way. Now I'm going to pop that over there and move these guys over here. Grab my mat that I use to roll things out with. I've just given it a wash, so I'm going to give that a quick dry off. Got my oven on, so that's heating up nicely. A nice hot oven is what we want. Everybody will be home from work shortly, so they'll have some afternoon tea. I normally do my baking of a morning, but this morning, I ended up having to run out and grab some cat food and whatnot. And then, of course, I came back and did the cats and the puppy dogs and a few other things that I needed to do. So it is now 3:35 in the afternoon and I'm baking. That's okay. Watch out, puppy. So we'll grab some flour to dust. I love using this pastry mat. take my watch off. So we'll, gosh, everything's happening now. I've got a kitten that's meowing that I'm hand raising down in the bedroom. She's like, okay, I can hear you out there now. You're talking to somebody. Must mean you're going to come and play with me and let me out. She's got a whole room to herself. And but she loves coming out. Obviously, I don't let her out here when I'm not home, when the dogs are inside and whatnot. But supervised, she loves playing with the dogs. They're actually her best friends. So we'll get our rolling pin. Where have I put that? Over here. And give that a little bit of time. Right. Flail that a little bit. We just want to roll it out. Don't want it too thin. So we want them to rise nicely. Just grab a cookie cutter. All of these things I should have cut out. I am learning slowly, obviously. Now as you all know, if you saw one of my previous videos, I redid my baking station over there. So of course I'm still learning where everything is. Now I don't want my scones to be huge. I just like little ones. And of course they're going to rise more than that. So I think this is just a nice size by the time they rise up. Haven't decided what I'm doing for dinner yet. I'll have a look and see what is in our meal plan, and then we'll be doing some cooking as well for dinner. Just in the mood to cook and bake at the moment, so that's great. Alrighty, so we've got some nice little scones, and then how I do them, I always have done. It's what I was taught at school when I did home economics. Just kind of go around like that to make a little bit of an indentation. Don't know if you can quite see. You can see. It just gives it something to break against. I don't know if you can see it or not. I think you kind of can. There's a little bit of an indentation around there, so they kind of come apart. You can halve them easily. Have pink playing in the background. Don't know if you like pink or not, but I do. Been to see her in concert and she is amazing. Those of you who have been fortunate enough to go and see her will understand what I'm saying. She's one of those artists that leaves nothing behind. You go away and you're just in awe at how really magnificent she is and how well she actually can sing while she's doing all these acrobatics and whatnot. I wish my hands would work better, but anyhow, they don't. So we have to kind of make do with what we do. Have you been baking today? And if so, what have you made? I thought I would do, over this next week, a variety of scones. Each day we'll make a different type of scone. So today is plain lemonade scones. Tomorrow we might do, I don't know, pumpkin scones or prune scones or date scones or chocolate chip scones. So if that's something that interests you, I know my husband's going through a phase at the moment that he likes scones. So to make them just that little bit more interesting, I thought that for a week, starting today, we'll do the bake-off of the scone, and we'll see which flavours are going to come out on top, who likes what best. And, you know, different, maybe, I'm not going to use the same recipe, obviously, all the time, because I'm not making lemonade ones again. But, it's really And we'll go from there. I mean, being frugal, scones are really, really cheap to make. So why not, guys? Have a little bit of fun with it. And yeah, so pop down in the comments below if you have a particular favourite in your scones, and if it's something you want to share with us, by all means let me know, and I'll try and make it. If you've got a certain recipe you want me to follow, pop that down too. Hey, why not? Let's have some fun with this. I'll just grab a baking tray. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so I've got my baking tray, just putting some flour on it so they don't stick. We could also make some cheese scones, some cheese and bacon scones. Lots of different types of scones we could make, guys. So we pop them down so they're going to touch as they grow. I don't know how many, we've made a few, that's good. I might put that one there, I think. Being a round tray, we'll kind of, yeah. It's all right, we'll move you little ones over a little bit. Now, we might get a little bit of milk and do a milk wash. I'll just grab that, I'll be back in a tick. Okay, so I've got a little bit of milk in our bowl here. All I'm going to do is paint that on. It just gives it a bit of a milk wash to give it a little bit of a glaze, that's all. So, a little bit of a glaze and helps make it go brown. So anyhow, guys, let's come across to our oven over here. Pop those in. They shouldn't take very long at all. Hi. They shouldn't take very long at all. Maybe about 10 minutes, 12 minutes or so. So I'll keep checking them and I'll let you know when we come back. And I like to keep a sink full of water. So I just give everything a quick wash as I'm going. Because I think I may have said to you before that in my previous life, I was leaving everything, and I would have the whole sink here would be absolutely full. My dishwasher would be full of things, and I'd get to the end of my cooking and I'd have an absolute mess everywhere. So of course we don't want that, because we want to continue cooking. So I kind of like to do a little bit as I go. So that's what I do with the help of these puppy dogs jumping around, but we don't want that, we'll leave that right there. So I got this tip-off coffee with Kate. I've mentioned that before. If you have not gone onto her channel, don't forget to look her up. It's just Coffee with Kate. She's got a fantastic little channel and a great little community. You get to see her doing, some baking, cooking, gardening, all the sorts of things that similar sorts of things that I'm doing here, and that a lot of other channels do. But she just happens to be one of my favourites. I can really resonate with her. She's got a lovely family, 2 little boys and her husband. Yeah, and they do a lot of things together, which is really great. So yeah, she's a good one to look out for. So I think I said to you before, I'm going to be doing some planner videos, and I'm going to start those this week coming. So that's something else that we'll be bringing in to do as well. But yeah, so if you like those types of videos, by all means, pop along, say hi, get to know everybody, and enjoy. Hello, Dakota. Have you said hello to everybody? Don't know. Oops, I don't know if you can see her or not. I think my apron's come undone. Oh, it has too. It's hard to tie in a bow at the back because my fingers and my hands don't work in coordination. So to do a basic knot, which, you know, I could do really well when I was younger, I can now no longer do. It's quite frustrating at times. So, yeah, my apron has come undone, but that's okay. Alrighty guys, I'm going to leave you with that, and as they, don't think we can see them yet. They're starting to rise, but as they're starting to rise, I'll bring you back rather, so you can have a little bit of a look, and I'll chat to you soon. Okay, so as I'm waiting for the scones to cook, I thought I'd have a look and see what our, is that backwards for you? I think it might be. Let me bring it over here. Is that better? Can you see it as it would normally be? Anyhow, I think you can. So, this is our meal plan for the month. And as I have said to you, you can swap and change. You don't have to, I'm still not seeing, oh yes, you are in frame. All right, so like for instance, what's the date? The date today is the 24th of May. So it's saying we have rich sausage casserole tonight. I haven't even looked at this today, so this is the first time I'm seeing what we're meant to be having for dinner. I made the pizza a couple of nights ago, so we chop and change. So just because it's there does not mean it's set in stone. So I could do a chicken Thai curry tonight. I've already made rice today. So we may, let's have a look in the freezer. We've got some puff pastry, so we might do something with that in a little bit. We have everything we need, but what we feel like is a different story. Because I guess I'm making scones at the moment, I'm kind of, don't know what I feel like. Oh, baked macaroni, baked chicken and macaroni, we might have that. So we might do this one. So we need macaroni, cream, yep. All right, so guys, that's what we're having. We're having baked chicken, macaroni and cheese tonight, and we'll have some veggies with it. So I'll grab out the chicken. I can always defrost that in the microwave, which I shall do. Anyhow, let's go for a walk and have a look. Close. Okay, that's not good. Now my battery, everything's frozen. Great. Alrighty, so let's turn you around. Sorry about this, my phone has frozen. So we're going to have a look at our scones. They're looking pretty good in there. They won't be far away from being cooked. There's Miss Dakota. What are you waiting for, sweetheart? Would you like some milk? Do you want a biscuit? So I'll grab her some milk. Here we go, here's your puppy milk. So she's almost, she'd have to be close to being 1 now, but she loves her puppy milk. Come on, Rhodes, you gotta come and have some. And then of course all 3 want some. Baby, come on. And then lollipop. Where's Lolly? Lolly! Lolly must be outside. Okay, our scones are out. This little one, I've broken it, oops, in half. So you can see how fluffy they are inside. They're really nice. So yeah, they've turned out really well. So I'll let you know what the family thinks when they get home. Okay, so 1 huge jar of Nutella, because my daughter likes Nutella, and 4 pieces of pastry. that I've got no use for. I normally do, like, you know, the bacon and cheese ones and things like that, but I thought, oh well, we'll just do something a little bit different because we've got such a big jar of Nutella, and because I can. Well, that's really all that matters. Just a little bit of a treat for those times when you get, you want a bit of a chocolate kick. We're just going to quickly make some very simple, easy, not so good for you Nutella danishes with just puff pastry out of the freezer. Yeah, you could do so many different things with these, but oh well, I just thought let's just do these. I have made them before, and they don't sit around for too long, let me tell you that. But I just thought, well, why there's a huge big jar of Nutella sitting there? Like, you know, they could have this with custard and bananas or something like that for dessert. No, it probably won't get eaten for dessert. We don't normally have dessert. But, yeah, I mean, they could always do something with it, I guess. But they'll do with it as they choose. It's just me finding a way to get rid of some ingredients, and, you know, why not? Nothing cooking or baking tricky to this, that's for certain. The scones, as I showed you before, are out. I actually had one with butter on them. I'm not a scone fan myself, but I mean, they tasted fine to me. They were light. So I'm going to be interested to, you know, as I do this this week and do the different scones a day each week, to see, we're out of frame now, to see which ones are going to be the favourites and things like that. I've got our last sheet here I'm just doing, and you know, there's no cooking skill to this at all, people. So if you like Nutella and yeah, you're looking for a way to use up some Nutella maybe or whatnot, or you give your kids a treat in their lunch boxes maybe for school if they're allowed to take Nutella, because it may contain nuts. Here's one way of letting them have a bit of a hit of Nutella and not having to work hard to make anything for it. Anyhow, put in there. These weren't on my mind at all. It wasn't until I opened up the freezer rather, to get out some, oh, that's still a little bit frozen, to get out the chicken to defrost for dinner. But I saw it and I thought, oh, it's really just in the way. Let's get that out of the way. So anyhow, that's all I do, just to make it look somewhat Danish-like. And they'll just pop in the oven. If I had bananas, I'd probably put some bananas in with it, but I don't. So it's all a matter of just use what you have. And this was open, so I don't like having pastry open in my freezer unused. I find that it can, you know, start to dry out and whatnot because it wasn't absolutely wrapped up to perfection. But that's okay. So anyway, guys, I'll show you what these look like when I get them out of the oven. Okay, guys, these are our danishes. They've come out just now. So as you can see, so super easy to make. Kids will love them. Husbands will love them, and I will love them too. Anyhow, guys, just thought I'd share that with you. I'll talk to you soon. Hey, this is my daughter Maddie. She's come home from work and she's going to try our scones. We'll see the way she puts it together.
Bit of everything.
Of everything.
You do everything. I've also heated them up as well first.
Okay, very good.
So they're nice and warm.
Not to mention she's already had quite a few of those. But anyhow, we're on to scones now.
Gotta try everything.
Just to make sure I'm not, you know, killing anybody.
Exactly. And then I just don't want to share. Okay, good. Taking it with me. Okay. I'll do one, so then you have to sit down and watch me do all of them. Is that all you have to do?
Yep, and squirt it on. Oh, that's a cheat's way of doing cream. But anyhow, let's see what she thinks. Honesty is the best policy.
Nice.
Are they? You know what I use with them?
What?
Lemonade. Lemonade, cream and flour. 3 ingredients.
That's all that's in them?
Yes.
Oh.
You could make those. Going for seconds. They must be okay then.
Yeah.
Alright, so what do we get out of 10 on that one? Bear in mind we're going to be doing a different scone for a week. Different flavour.
I'll give them an 8.
An 8 out of 10.
An 8?
So just above average is good. Alright, like that one?
I don't normally like scones either.
No,
so.
you don't. You like me. I don't either.
Yeah.
So that must
That's
be
a very
good
nice
score. Alright, well thank you for sharing.
I'm going to eat these now.
Alright, bye.
Bye.